Hi everyone, and welcome back to Under the Brick, and today I'm going to be covering some new set reveals for Star Wars. I never thought in a million years I would be saying that, to be honest, but these two sets have really caught my eye, because they're a bit different. They're based off this Disney Plus show that's coming out soon. It's like a cartoon. It's called Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy, and is sort of like Ninjago, where it's like CGI Lego animation, but it's a show. So it's that kind of thing. But in this show, they seem to muck about with the sort of Star Wars mythos and story and lore, equaling in mixed up results. Though that does give us some interesting sets of minifigures. So let's take a look at them then.
And beyond! Like a flying toy.
First up, we have set 75393 TIE Fighter and X-Wing mashup, and that's pretty much what it is. That's what it says on the tin. Though the idea of the set is you can swap around the wings of each of the ships, and I do kind of like that. This plays into the whole show with everything being mixed up. So in this universe, TIE Fighters have X-Wing wings, and then X-Wings have TIE Fighter wings. It's a simple feature, but it kind of works. I kind of like it. So the builds themselves, they do seem like retreads of previous builds we've gotten, especially the TIE Fighter. I think it's just the way the wings are built, like straight away. It's the mixel joints on the side and the sort of similar building style. I'm not sure if it's a one-to-one though. It might be a bit smaller. The X-Wing does look different. Like, it looks a bit shorter nearer the front, but I'm not really sure. I feel like someone who's a bit more knowledgeable in LEGO Star Wars could really point out that there's some differences or they're the same builds. At the same time, we haven't gotten a TIE Fighter X-Wing in a year or two. I do remember seeing an X-Wing and TIE Fighter floating about, but since I don't really keep track of Star Wars, those just kind of came and went for me. Though I was tempted by them. Heck, this is like a great case of timing for me because I watched the original Star Wars kind of recently and I was really in the mood to get an X-Wing. Like, I really like the design of it, and so now this set exists, so I'm very much happy about that. And now on to the minifigures. We get a TIE Fighter and X-Wing pilot respectively, and two named characters, that being Yessi Scowl and Sig Greenbling. Those are certainly names, aren't they? Anyway, there's also a droid included called L3G0. You get it? Because, you know, it looks like Lego when it's spelt like that, and the droid is yellow and red, like the Lego colours. So that's neat, I guess. And overall, this set does look pretty good. I think it will scratch a certain itch for some people where it's a TIE Fighter and an X-Wing together in the same box. So for people who want just two iconic vehicles from Star Wars in the same box, because usually they're sold separately. So for once, you can just get the one box and you're done. Like, that's it. So it'll be perfect for those kind of people. And yeah, that's kind of it. So let's move on to the next set then.
Luke, take my helmet off. Find it!
And that set is set 75389, the Dark Falcon. And immediately, this goes kind of hard. The sort of black with the translucent red. Oh, it just looks really cool. Like, it just looks so, like, intimidating. And I think that's kind of different for the Millennium Falcon, especially because this build is based off the Rise of Skywalker one from 2019. So it's the same build, but in different colours. And that's okay, I guess. I mean, considering in that time from 2019, we've had the Ultimate Collector Series 1, and we've had a few smaller Falcons, so having another one that is at this scale is fine enough, I guess. On top of that though, it's not really the same build as well. On the inside there are a few differences, and I'll get to that. First I want to cover the minifigures, because I think that'll be the draw for some people, because they're unique variants of mainstay characters. This includes Beach Luke, Darth Rey, Bounty Hunter C-3PO, Dark Jar Jar, and Jedi Vader. Oh, and Darth Dev, who seems to be a evil version of the main character from the show. He's just kind of there. He's right there with everyone else. He's just there. I mean, more the merrier, I guess. On to the other figures themselves, though, and all of them have really good printing. All of them are basically Sith Lords, besides White Vader over here, and they all look really cool. C-3PO, though, could he really be a bounty hunter? I mean, come on, the guy can move at like a snail's pace. You can outrun him with a brisk jog, if you know what you're doing. Also, it's not like he's going to hold a rifle or anything, because his hands are kind of stuck like that. You know, they're stuck in that weird hands out front position. The red eyes, though, are a really cool touch and add to the evil feel. Darth Rey is an interesting minifigure as well. I think this is sort of inspired by how they were teasing Rey would be evil in one of the films, like the third one, and they didn't really go anywhere with it, and you know how that ended. Hey, editing me here. This video is an absolute mess. I'm so sorry. Hence all the text slides. I'm so sorry. I do like it how she uses a pair of binoculars as her hilt for her lightsaber, because from what I can gather, her lightsaber was like Darth Maul's one, where it was like sort of two ends, but it would flip up so they were both parallel with each other. Slightly weird design, but still, I do like it that they went for that. And then we have Darth Jar Jar, who is somewhat of a meme in the Star Wars community, like that idea for the character, as if they became evil, so they would become a Sith Lord. I mean, it's kind of cool, I guess. I like that they went through the extra detail printing in different eyes, and, you know, it's cool enough to see that headpiece floating around still. Beach Luke is an okay variant. I have a feeling this might tie into the show. There maybe might be a joke that he just lives on the beach or something, you know, because it's old man Luke. Like, what else would he really be getting up to? I do like the sunglasses, and the necklace is a nice touch. Also, the figure would pair well with that random Beach Vader and Palpatine we got a while back as well, if you want to make a little set out of them. And then we move on to, well, I would say is arguably the best minifigure in this set, that being Jedi Vader, who is a completely white Vader, helmet mold and all. This reminds me back when that new Vader headpiece was being introduced and YouTubers were getting runoffs from the factory in different colours, so there was like a red and a pink one. I don't know, it just reminds me of that, and I think it's kind of cool that LEGO's finally done an official one that's available to the public. Back into the interior of the set, like I said, it's based off the Rise of Skywalker one, though they have changed the interior of the build slightly. I shouldn't really say slightly because they have changed quite a lot inside of it. This includes a throne for Dark Jar Jar to sit in, a settee with a console setup, so there's a TV and a console next to each other, and there's a sticker on them that I have a feeling is a reference to the chess game. There's the similar sort of creatures there, and I say that because the chess table no longer exists and seems to be replaced with like a little Sith thing. It looks like a little worshipping thing, like you would go and stand in front of. Maybe it's a pool of red stuff, I don't know. Across from that, there seems to be a little prison cell. Some of the pictures don't really show it off. There is one where you can just about see it, and that's kind of it. Though I kind of wish they made it a bit different, because in the trailer for the show, they show off this brief shot where the Falcon opens up from the front in between the two sort of front parts, and I kind of wish they put that in. I think that would have made this a little bit different as a build, because a lot of people are already writing this off as a 2019 Falcon redo, and I think if that was in there, this could have maybe helped it stand on its own a little bit more. But what do I know? This build does look really cool still, and I am quite tempted to pick this up as my first like proper Falcon. Who knows though, we'll all probably meet again with an under the brick review of the Dark Millennium Falcon and the search for a consistent upload schedule. Oh, before I wrap up the end of the video though, I just want to mention there is one more set to be revealed, that including Jedi Bob, who's a bit of a meme in the LEGO Star Wars community. I am very curious to see what this set actually looks like, though we haven't got any pictures yet, so I'll probably end up doing a short on it when it gets revealed. So stay tuned for that, and that's the end of the video. Are you going to be picking up any of these sets? Leave your thoughts down below, and while you're down there, maybe consider subscribing as well. And that's me, Under the Brick, saying goodbye, and see you next time.